Guinness has two prestigious advisors who are committed to shaping quality education. Here is a message from Rob Gray and John Bow. Rob Gray is the former headmaster of the prestigious Swiss boarding school Institut Le Rosé and is now headmaster of Le Regent International School.
Hello, I'm speaking to you from Switzerland, a beautiful spring day, but my thoughts are actually not in Switzerland at the moment, but in Japan, in Jinseki, because this is the beginning, or very close to the beginning, of a new year at Jinseki, its second year of operation, but with new facilities, improved boarding facilities above all, and a new headmaster. But I want to talk very briefly about what I'm passionate about at the school, and that is its bilingualism. Now, bilingualism, learning two languages, has become very fashionable in education at the moment. But in many cases, bilingualism just means lots of Japanese with more English classes, or, at the other end of the spectrum, throwing the children, immersing them in only English. Jinseki, and I think the best bilingual schools around the world, do something different. The children learn in both languages. Their Japanese is not neglected, it's developed and enriched. But alongside that, they learn in English. They learn, shall we say, about geography, about the natural world in English. And that does two things. First of all, it genuinely improves English because instead of English being a dry academic subject, it becomes a window on the world. In fact, so good a window that they almost forget it's there. And it also exposes the children to a different culture, a different way of learning, a different way of approaching education, a different way of thinking, in fact. And this is probably the true advantage of bilingualism. It's not the fact that the children will come out speaking two languages. It will be that they learn to think in different ways. Their thinking will be enriched. They'll be better linguists generally, but above all, they'll have two different ways of looking at the world, and they'll be able to compare them. They won't forget their Japanese or their Japanese roots, or their English and their English or American roots, but they will instead have something to add to them. And finally, probably the most important aspect of bilingualism at Jinseki is that it won't finish in the classroom, or even in the dining room, or even on the sports field. It will continue into their lives together. And that, I think, is a crucial aspect of why this school is important and why it's special. And I'm sure that that's going to become more and more evident as this new year begins with a new headmaster and new boarding and teaching facilities.
John Bow is the former headmaster of the Oxford Dragon School and is currently the director of St Andrew's School in Kenya.
Ohio gozaimasu. My name is John Bohr, and I'm an advisor to the board for Jinseki International School. I'm currently the executive director of St Andrew's School in Turi in Kenya. And we are a 600 plus international British curriculum boarding school. I was previously the headmaster of the Dragon School in Oxford, where I was for 15 years. The Dragon is often regarded as the preeminent prep school in the United Kingdom, and what a privilege it was to be the headmaster. And before that, for the 15 years before that, I was headmaster of two other schools in the United Kingdom. And now I'm honoured and privileged to be an advisor to the board of Jinseki International School and have been involved in the growth and development and the ideas of the school since we first got together several years ago to consider opening this unique and very, very special school. The school has just come to the end of its first year and in very difficult circumstances with the pandemic. But what a year it's been. And the school now grows and develops and is able now to move into what was the Jinseki Hotel, which was nearby, which offers some outstanding facilities for boarding and for pastoral care and for learning. And the whole hotel, what was the hotel, is now the school, and there are some very exciting plans for developing that facility. The school is very special, and central to that specialness is a philosophy that the school recognizes every child as an individual and ensures that every child's feelings and needs are acknowledged, respected, and considered. I mean, too often schools can take their very easy option and cater for the middle, that group in the middle, and ignore the individuals either inside that group or outside that group. But at Jinseki International School, we look at every child, their talents, their potential, their needs, in order to give them the very best opportunities to grow socially and emotionally. And it's this that will give them the confidence to learn and develop and feel safe and secure and happy. So we look at the whole child. It's the mind, the body, the spirit, and the heart. The whole child, not just one small aspect. It's a school that puts children first in a clear and safe and boundaried environment where relationships matter and courtesy and consideration and compassion and care are paramount. And I have to say, it is a real privilege to be involved in a school like this. Thank you.